outdoors. YouTube is messing with us today. We were attempting to go live, the two of us. Tim is in his tree stand, I am in mine, and it's just not working right. I was supposed to be able to invite him and get him to come in with us, but it's just not happening. Saturday afternoon, it is about 34 degrees outside, wind is blowing, the sun is going down behind the mountain, even though it's only, around 3:30, 4 o'clock. Let me look real quick. It is 3:43. Sun is starting to go down. It's about 2 feet above the mountain over there in front of me. We are sitting in our tree stands. I tried to get it set up so that Tim could come on live with us, and it's just not happening. YouTube is messing with us. All right, we're going to wait a little bit till we get some people here, and then we'll go from there. We've had a couple of deer go through this afternoon, about 100 yards out there, right back in there where the tree line is. Had a couple of does go through, one small buck, but nothing else at the time. Tim's got some deer in his food plot, and like I said, I tried to get it set up so that Tim could come in with us, and it just didn't happen. Okay. While I'm waiting for people to get here, I'm going to try to see if I can figure out a way to get Tim to come in. There should be an edit button here somewhere where I can invite people to come into this chat. Leave a comment below. Tim is Sitting Bull. You can see he just added a chat there. And I'm going to add him as a moderator. So he can talk to people. If you're joining us, tell us who you are, where you're from, say hello. Meanwhile, we can sit here and watch for deer together. If any of you are familiar with YouTube and know how to add somebody to this live stream, give me some instructions here, because it's not working for us. You can see the sun is just about going down behind the mountain there. Actually, sunset is at about 4:25, I think, tonight. And we're allowed to sit in the stands hunting deer 30 minutes past daylight, but you virtually can't see. Once that sun drops down behind the mountain, it gets dark pretty quick. Oh, look at there. We got somebody from Brazil. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. How's the weather down there in Brazil? You must be coming into your summer, correct? We're coming into winter, so that means the sun is down there in the southern part of the globe. That means you are coming into summer, so you should be like in spring, correct? We'll switch the camera around, even though it's cold. We are staying warm. We are inside what we call our tree forts. We have 4 of these up here on the mountain on our property. Yes, they are heated, and yes, they have a way to make coffee. We spent years and years and years sitting in a tree, swinging in the breeze, in the cold, the snow, the ice, and now that we're older, we're creatures of comfort. All right. No spring. Oh, I see. You guys got summer year-round. You must be close to the equator, correct? If I do see a deer, guys, I will switch you. I'll switch you out there to the food plot so you can see it. Carnivore Backwoods, how you doing? Haven't seen you on here in a long, long time. I'm going to shut the heat off. It's a little bit warm in here. Yeah, so it's a nice cold day, but the sun is out. Like I said, we're at about 34 degrees right now. Not too bad. So, John, what have you been up to? I don't see anything on your channel anymore. The other two brother is Sitting Bull 50. You'll see his comment up there. And you can say hello to Tim. He just had a spike go through his food plot. We let small bucks roll by. We don't take anything less than an 8-pointer. And it's got to be a pretty massive 8-pointer before we will do that. We have game cameras out here in various locations on our property, and we do have one nice buck that's coming through at night. He is not interested in showing his face during the day. John, weren't you building a homestead or something, right? Building a house in the woods? How's that going? All right, guys, if you're joining us, say hello. Let us know where you're from. I'll give you a quick shot of what I'm looking at. The end of the green out there that you see where the food plot is, where the line is, that's about 70, 75 yards away from me. Usually deer come off this, they come down this ridge. The ones that come into my food plot down this ridge, and they will come out right in this area here and come down into the food plot. And then usually they go to the east, which is that way, and they head down in there, and there's a big massive swamp down there. They spend a lot of time in that swamp. And this is looking to the north, and Tim is about 600 yards from me that way. And sometimes I can look right through the trees with my binoculars if he has a deer in his food plot, and I can see the deer. And I think with my deer rifle, if push comes to pull, I probably take a deer out of his food plot from here. That'd be kind of mean, huh, guys? You running your sawmill much, John, or are you just kind of working all the time now? So if you guys deer hunt and have a food plot, let me know what you plant in it. We plant early in the season. We will broadcast wild bird seed in our food plots, and whatever the bird seed has in it, like sunflowers and millet and other things, I guess, thistles, I don't know, there's a whole bunch of stuff in bird seed, but it'll start growing and it brings the deer in, and whatever's out there, they seem to like it. And then late summer, we will start sowing oats out there. We can get a 50-pound bag of horse oats, non-sweetened, so it's dry. And we will sow oats out there, and the deer don't seem to eat the oats when they're in the seed form, but once they start growing and they start coming up, then they will go in there and they will eat the oats like there is no tomorrow. So when we sow the oats, we sow a lot. And we do that about every week, right up until deer season. And then as the season starts to get into the cooler weather, we'll put winter rye down. And the winter rye brings in some green grass right up until the snow covers it up. And the deer will still dig through the snow to get to it. But after a while, the snow overcomes it and it'll overtake it and just pack it right down. We get about 100 to 120 inches of snow here a year on average. So there's not much we can do once the snow starts falling to where it's covering everything up. All right, guys. Must be something going on this afternoon. Everybody's busy hunting, doing something. We're struggling just to get 2 or 3 people on here at a time. We have Sitting Bull 50 with us. That is Tim, one of the 2 brothers outdoors. We tried to set this live up so both of us could go live together, but once I send him the invite to join me, then I don't have a screen anymore. I can't get on. He can get on, but I can't. So I don't know what's going on with YouTube. We'll have to practice doing it and see if we can get it figured out. We still got several sits before the end of season. And we like to go live together, split screen type thing. I've got a bunch of arrows down here, but I don't know what they're for. And I'm afraid if I push the wrong thing, it's going to disconnect me and I won't be able to get back. Well, let me do this. Since we've only got 2 people on here, let me see if I can figure out how to get Tim on. And if I get disconnected, then we'll let Tim come on and he can go live for a little while from his tree stand. Okay, let's see here. Share with your audience. I don't think that is. We have 3 people at the moment. It would look like there's a way to edit this and bring him in. Thank God we don't use YouTube for our lives on the 3rd Saturday of every month. Because I don't think that would work out too well. Okay. Well, guys, I'm going to drop this live, and maybe Tim will pick up a live here in just a minute. And maybe we can figure out how to bring both of us on at once. I don't know. All right, guys, have yourselves a good afternoon. We're going to be watching for deer. And if Tim goes live, we'll be watching the live.